there is when I met my sweet Agatha. But I did not realize how much my heart had fallen for her then. No. To me, she was just another conquest. So I thought. She was entrusted with the care of the children of the Lord and the Lady and Mormesk's family. It was an important position, you must understand. So they chose a woman of elven descent, touched by the Fae and possessing of many, many protective magics. Yes, protective, very special. Back then, I sought information. I sought to learn power, strength. I craved these more than the love of a good woman. So, I used the opportunity to woo my dear Agatha, to win her trust. And then, when she was unsuspecting and resting after one of our moments, I took her book and I left with it. And I met up with one of my other romantic interests, Gariel, who you know as the good sister of the Temple of Luck. We absconded that night to Thundertree, where I had a small shop. I intended to study the book, to copy it, and to sell the power that I had found to finance my research into the necromantic arts. I expected to return with the book in a few days, and return it without Agatha being any the wiser. How? I did not know. The forces of evil were waiting to waylay Phandelver in their thirst for the forge of spells. They attacked without mercy, relentless, no quarter given. Man, woman, child, beast, it matters not. They ripped their way through them all. Yes, all of them, screaming for mercy, screaming for a merciful death. Few, if any, found that. Agatha hurried the children into the nursery at the top of the manor, trying to hide them as best she could. Mormesk's daughter, sweet child that she was, Ariel, her name, fair, some thought an elf child, due to how beautiful she was, how lovely, how kind. She kept insisting her father would come to save them all. Poor child, poor child. Agatha used what magics she had, calling for help to anyone in the manor who could assist her, and then she attracted the attention of Dremek, a student of the dark arts, one of the acolytes who was studying with the magical lords who were responsible for the creation of the forge, only beginning his career and his knowledge. But adept he was, sharp they say, sharp. Unfortunately, while he may have had talent, he lacked wisdom. Dremek ran to the nursery, and using magics he should not have even known of, began to defend the children, turning everything he could touch into weapons of one sort or another, until finally the walls fell, the vermin poured in, and momentarily it was over. Dremek himself, in a fury, became consumed by the magic that he was wielding, and as he grabbed one last of the children's toys in a vain attempt to use it against their oppressors, he turned, transformed into something so hideous. None of the attackers mistook him for human. They thought he was one of the many abominations they had brought with them to take the town. The last words, as all of them were holding the last toy, he grabbed it from the hands of the children as Abigail begged him, "Nay, do not throw another spell lest you damn yourself," as all of them held on to the toy. They all cursed the day the Forge of Spells was opened, and in so doing, their souls and magics entwined, and the people and persons that they blamed found themselves cursed. The mother for not listening to her parents and taking her children far from Phandelver to Neverwinter. They begged and begged her. She denied and swore that she was safe. She cursed her husband and the band of gold that she had sworn her oath upon. Agatha blamed herself and cursed herself for being unable to protect the child that was her charge. The girl cursed her father for not keeping his promise and allowing her baby brother, her mother, her Nan to die at the hands of these beasts. And then Dremek cursed himself, cursed the world, cursed the Tresendors and all who ever touched the Forge, and in so doing opened the gates of magic that perverted him and turned him into an abomination of magic. So, each of them spread across the countryside in the undying unrest, each holding part of the key to opening the forge, relighting its heart, and once again creating the tainted items from that magic place. The key is broken amongst them, but rumors say there was a second stolen away by the wife of Mormesk himself as she was taken to another location, tortured and twisted by dark magics in hopes of revealing where it was laid. But she refused, and in her final resting place, her wails of agony and fear can still be heard to this day. And me, for my part, Agatha's curse fell upon me fell upon the good sister. I am bound to this place to witness the end of all things, and know that I am powerless to stop it, and that I had set these wheels in motion. And the good sister, to sit in the ruins of luck, a more apropos form of punishment there could never be. So he looks at you all and says, now you know my shame. Now you know my sin. Judge me if you will, for I have judged myself, find myself unworthy. I am worthy only of contempt. He looks at all of you. The forge. The forge is the key. If it were to fall into the hands of the dragons, they would wield such devices that the gates to oblivion would never be closed. And this world is not where it would end. It would consume and consume until all the realms and reality were gone. He starts to laugh. You poor children. You poor fools. This task has fallen upon you, for now your souls are tainted. And he looks at all of you. Yes, yes. Your vision, child. Your vision, good sir. Brought about by magic, yes? Your souls are as cursed as mine. It is not just the world you save, but yourselves. Find the key. Destroy the forge, or all is lost. With that, he walks back over to the altar, slowly looking even more tired and sickly than he was before. Sits down in a small stone chair before the altar, hangs his head on his chest, and immediately drifts off to sleep. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is where we conclude our adventure tonight. As the bony host of Hamon Kost, see to your needs, see that you're well fed and pampered with the best wines, cheeses, dried meats, and ale that you've had in a good long while. You are free to move about the temple. It's not opulent, but it's better than you've had in the last little while. At least it has walls and a ceiling. And, and ladies and gentlemen, we will pick it up not next week, because that's the 4th of July, but the week after that. Thank you very much. This was very, very fun.